Let's just get into it, because we're right at the beginning of this dungeon, and we're going to be hearing this music for a little bit. If you were following along, great. Thank you. Welcome back to Illusion of Gaia. If you're just getting involved, we teleported from the condor. It's not really a crop circle, is it? It's in the desert, an old condor symbol on the ground, which we equated to Cygnus in the sky, the constellation, of which there is a mysterious red star that appeared in the constellation. Is it a star, or is it something else? We don't know yet. Unless maybe you Googled it or played this game before, you might know. But we'll learn together the mystery behind the red star in Cygnus. But for now, we're going to explore the Sky Garden. And here's the Moon Tribe. We meet again. You're a strong boy to have come this far. Why, thank you. I am a strong boy. That's all he's got to say, though. And this one says, this Sky Garden is our mode of transportation. There are 4 crystal balls in 4 locations. Find each one in clockwise order. Okay, that's important for us to know. Drop off the cliff at the front and back to find the upside down world. Also very good for us to know. Let's go see if we can't turn into Freedan right away. The answer is no, we can't. I guess we'll save. Gaia, a spiritual being of few words when she wants to be. So really cool. We were playing a Mario ROM hack yesterday, Super Luigi Land, I think it's called, and I had a great time with it. But there's specifically a Sky Garden themed level in it. So if you were watching along yesterday and you're tuning in today, maybe you'll notice some similar mechanics as we explore the Sky Garden together. That being some flipping of the world, which we'll see in a little bit. But for now, we're just going to avoid these explodey, wormy boys. Lots of worm-shaped enemies in this game. These guys have a lot of health. These guys look like some kind of old-school transformer or something, don't they? Ow. Fortunately for us, those fists flying at our face don't do too much damage, which is nice. If it's too quiet, let me know. If it's too loud, let me know. That'd be great, thank you. It's a little bit quiet on my end. We can turn it up a little bit here as we smack this worm. Look at that. Messing with the options, messing with the settings, and destroying the local wildlife. I don't know if this counts as local wildlife or not. It's interesting that the Moon Tribe uses this for transportation, and that it's also infested with all sorts of fun enemies that we have to deal with. Let's grab this red jewel while we're up here, though. That might actually be the one red jewel we were short on for some new... Oh, what a shot. Look at that. What a block. For some new abilities. We'll see. Or some new stats, rather. I can't tell if those exploding worms actually do damage to me after they're dispatched. Let's actually go ahead and turn it up slightly. Let me know how that goes. Alright, so there's 2 enemies left in this side of the world, but we're about to see our first cool mechanic at the back of the garden. So, a full new slate of enemies, stronger versions of the enemies we're fighting above, I'm pretty sure. Especially these like red transformers. Would rather not get hit by them if we can help it. Just stun lock them in the corner. There we go. These worms must damage us the way that these things explode. Oh yeah, for sure. Don't want to get hit by those. Look at that. Our impenetrable flute defense stops anything coming at us, including those fists. The worms can apparently jump. There we go. This chumpy worm boy over here. Careful. We gotta be careful about those. We did get our 4th extra life So far we played pretty well. We haven't been beaten, but that is, you know, very likely to change at some point as the difficulty continues to ramp up. Okay, it's a good shot. Can't complain about that. Standing on top of him seemed a little dangerous to me, but fortunately for us, we had some iframes going on, or the hitbox was just in our favor. Ain't getting through this flute. We'll back away again. Dropping a lot of gems here, so maybe we'll be able to rack up at least one more extra life. We'll see. Now, there's some enemies to our left, but I wanted to double check to see if there's anything over here. There's another little jumpy platform over here, which will be nice. Again, careless mistakes is what's costing me some damage here. This worm's really aggressive. He's moving really fast. Alright, we'll take the defense up. Honestly, would have been a nice spot for some health. Okay, 2 jumping points. Let's start with this one. So remember, if you weren't watching along last time, there's no like XP in this game. Oh, okay. Is this an enemy? I don't know. There's no XP in this game. Instead, we are trying to kill all the enemies in the room. And when we do that, we get a stat increase. So we'll continue to hunt down the enemies. But first, we found the crystal ball. That must be one of the 4 crystals that we're searching for in this area, which is good. That was all we could do over here. There's one enemy left. Let's see if we can't find him. We have one more spot to jump over at, which is over here. And there he is, and an herb. Delicious. We'll use that herb to heal if we need it, but we don't because we have full health again because our HP, or power, has increased. And we are sitting at 9 full water droplets of health, or whatever you want to call those things. So in typical Illusion of Gaia fashion, we're backtracking our way to the beginning of the dungeon here. They said to get the crystals in clockwise order, so I assumed we would start at the top right. And it seems like that was a good choice. Okay. Let's go ahead and place this down. There we go. We'll run up here and save just in case we somehow meet an untimely demise. Hey guy, how's it going? Thank you. Yep. Just a quick stop. Excuse me. 13 enemies in this area. Should be no problemo for us, hopefully. Can't quite reach that guy, but we'll get him as we go around here. Look at that, we got a little unique sprite animation climbing around the walls. Will, ever fearless as usual. Oh, okay. It's the first time I got hit by one of those lasers, but fortunately they also don't do too much damage. There we go. Only 9 enemies left on this floor. Got one of these sword guys here, which technically doesn't count as an enemy. Come on. Well, we did take a little bit of a hit there, but that's alright. I'm not sure if it's really supposed to do anything other than just get in our way, so we'll move it out of our way so we can launch ourselves off of this ramp, like so. Got another one of the swordy guys down here, which... Actually, he might be guarding a door now that I look at it. Like 3 hits and he's gone. There is a secret door here. Okay, this must be where Freedan's hiding, right? Heck yeah. So this is your first time watching. At certain points throughout the game we can turn into the Dark Knight. Not Batman, but Freedan. He gives us more strength, more defense maybe? Actually, I'm not sure if our defense goes up. I didn't look at my stats. But he's got longer reach with his sword, so we're a little bit safer, and he's got this awesome Hadouken, which he shoots out the tip of his sword. That's close. I'm not actually sure how I didn't get hit by that guy. Unlike Will, he doesn't have a flute, but that's okay. He can still use the magic within his sword. I missed one of those crystals back there. That's okay. Will can also like do a combo attack that Freedan can't, where Will launches himself at an enemy. But Freedan's strength more than makes up for it. So this guy in the middle, just poke him with our Hadouken here. One more poke should do it. There we go. Ow. Alright, we'll flip back to the top. 5 enemies here for us. Yeah, I'm convinced that these worms can't actually damage us, which is good. A little double hit on that guy, did you guys see that? We'll take it. And our strength's going up. And we're going down to the other side of the garden. Oh my goodness, this is where all the worms are hanging out. Let's shoot a fireball at them. Get them both with that one. A little health refill. We didn't really need it there, but that's okay. We'll take it anyway. Ow. We'll get full health again off of this HP increase. We would love to get to that chest. Just a quick little damage boost. Because now we're going to turn around and go back to the beginning of the Sky Sanctuary again. We found the crystal ball again. There we go. He snuck out of there without taking more damage, which is fantastic. This needs to be like a fast recall button. Spending a lot of time backtracking. That's alright though, it gives us a lot of time to contemplate what we're actually walking our way through here is. This weird mode of transportation that the ghosts were talking about that's infested with enemies. Freedan has no problem sneaking past that short little ledge there. Okay, we will equip the next crystal ball. 2 more to go. Making good progress here. In case anyone's curious, the immunity tea, very tasty. Only a very subtle orange flavor to it, but it helps. It's helping right now. 13 enemies on this floor, so let's get to work. Wow, look at that, a triple kill. Let's go down first real quick just to see. Those statues there, unless we can bust them with this spell, which we can't, I think have to be broken by will instead of Freedan. Which means hopefully we'll get an opportunity to switch back without having to travel all the way back to the start again. Let's start by flipping to the back of the garden. Excuse me, fire. Another red jewel. Okay, looks like these switches are just connected. I wonder if this affects what's above us. It would make sense if it does. Ow. But let's double check to make sure. Yeah, okay. Hopefully this opens up a path above us. Maybe over to the left? Aha! Look at that, we don't even need to shoot these guys or get on their platform. We can just reach them with our long sword. This will be a little shortcut back, or another way around in case we need to hit one of those switches again. It's close. Almost got me with his hands. There we go. Take the added defense. So we'll need to hit that switch on the other side to lower that platform so we can then run all the way over, I think, is the strategy. And that's how we become Will again, to bust that barrier that we need to bust. So, okay, things are starting to come together a bit here. Okay. The switch does work. Hey, Scott. How's it going this afternoon? Well, evening for you, I suppose. I'm truly honored that you would call me your favorite streamer. We're playing some Illusion of Gaia. I have very fond memories of playing this game as a kid. And it's been a while, so in an effort to relive my childhood nostalgia, here we are, playing some Illusion of Gaia. So yeah, we have Will now. Will can do the little dash attack, which we're going to need to bust these guys down and keep progressing. Just like that. But we can't actually launch ourselves across the map quite yet. We're going to need to lower that platform. Good. I'm glad that you're doing well. Hopefully your internet's holding up okay. I know yesterday you had some internet problems. And I also hope that it's... Oops, that was some bad damage on my part. Hopefully it's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday for you. Okay. Oh, okay. We should have guessed that those guys were going to be freed from their prison. A little damage there. That's okay, though. Most of the damage we take is just our own carelessness. There's another enemy down here. Here we go. When you step on this tile, it makes a sound. Well, I'm gonna guess that we need to bring this guy over. There we go. We use our psychic powers to levitate all the way over here. Amazing. So that's the platform we needed to raise here, which will then conversely lower it on the other side. But we got a dispatch of all of these guys. Oh my gosh, the double hit. We're gonna be playing some Mario ROM hacks, or a ROM hack, a little bit later this afternoon. I wanted to give it a little bit of a mix-up today. We'll start with a classic Super Nintendo game, and then maybe in probably about an hour or so, we'll swap over. I've actually been trying to learn how to play Kaizo, so we had a lot of fun yesterday afternoon learning a few tips and tricks, so I want to get back to that this afternoon for sure. And just like that, we've made it all the way to the third crystal. The crystal ball. We need all 4 crystal balls to open up the pathway through this Sky Garden maze that we're in. Of course, now we need to figure out how to get back out of here. I've been streaming regularly Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or excuse me, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was around on Monday just because I had the extra time to be around. Usually take Friday off and the weekends off, which I think will be the case again here. But you know, as long as I have the availability and the time in what is my afternoons to do so, I like to make an appearance, try something new, stream something I haven't tried before. Mostly in the Super Nintendo realm, as you probably noticed. Okay. How do we get back out of here? There we go. So we will go ahead and slap this crystal in here. There we go. One more crystal to go. Let's go save again real quick up here. There we go. Alright, the last section. Another 15 enemies for us to dispatch over here. Look at that, we didn't even give that guy an opportunity to shoot his little fists at us. Nope, there we go. We had to slide around. Well, if I'm being honest, I'm what you would say in between jobs at the moment, so my schedule fortunately permits me to try some new things, like streaming. You know, as that changes, my schedule will probably change as well, unfortunately, but right now when we have the time, we might as well take advantage of it, try something new. Like I said, you know, oops, I kind of wanted to stop running there. This took us all the way back to the beginning. You know, as I was saying earlier, relatively new to streaming in general. I've just been doing it now for maybe the last month and a half or so. Ooh, okay, that'll work, even though it'll take some damage there. And part of doing it, you know, recently is just having the time to do so and wanting to try something different. Lots of enemies on this side of the garden. Let's get to work dispatching some of these snaky boys. Yeah, you certainly can. You know, I'm mostly, again, playing Super Nintendo games. If you had one that you grew up with, that you were fond of or would like to see. Or if there's like a ROM hack or something that you think is worth checking out. This is kind of what I've been streaming. Okay, we can go back up over there. Hey, Pack Diesel. This game is good. I have very fond memories of playing this game. I'm glad you found me this afternoon. We're trying not to get too lost in the Sky Garden here. Damage boosting our way through some nonsense. Okay, that's a one-way ticket for us. Yoshi's Island. Yeah, actually I have been playing Yoshi's Island on stream, Scott. Oh my gosh, that's awesome, Pack. That's really cool that you're keeping an eye out on some what I would say are maybe more obscure Super Nintendo RPGs. I feel like not a lot of people know much about Illusion of Gaia. But yeah, Scott, if you want to see some Yoshi's Island, actually, we've been playing quite a bit of it a few weeks ago. We've been working our way through it. I have not played the full trilogy. I have played bits and pieces of both Soul Blazer and Terra Enigma. But living in the States, we unfortunately did not get Terra Enigma as an actual release here. And I would love to play through maybe the whole thing at some point, actually. So what are we actually doing over here, huh? We cannot get to either of those chests from the direction we came at them from, so back this way. Yeah, no, what I've been doing actually is just playing through all the Super Nintendo games I owned as a child. Oh, I think we might need to drag the statue over, which means eliminating the sword from the statue first. So I found a box full of Super Nintendo games in my garage not that long ago. And I was like, there's a lot of games in this pile that I just haven't played since I was a child. And thought, what more fun than to stream? To stream all these like childhood memories to see like what games actually hold up. And I have a lot of fond memories of it. Well, actually, like Scott was mentioning, we have been playing through Yoshi's Island as well. That's the other game that I've been working my way through that we haven't finished yet. We played through all the Donkey Kong Country games. This must be the Crystal Ball, but we're not done yet because we have to get that chest up there. We played some more obscure games too. I mean, Super Bomberman, that's not super obscure, I don't think, but Dino City, played some of that the other day. And then it's kind of just whatever else I can find in that box. Donkey Kong is a fantastic game, and I have some strong feelings about like which of those games are better than others. Having recently played through all three of them, Donkey Kong Country 3, I don't know, it just doesn't... Something about the level design in that game that doesn't hold up to the first two. Still fun though, still have a good time with it. Alright, we're missing one more enemy. Donkey Kong Country 2 I think probably is the best of the three. But I will tell you, there's something very satisfying about Donkey Kong Country 1, just because it's so straightforward. Like you just zip through those levels, and I'm not a speedrunner. But if I was, I feel like Donkey Kong Country 1 would be like a high contender for a game that I would love speedrunning. Yeah, you should. You should, if you have it around, boot it up. Go for that nostalgia. Like I said, that was kind of the main goal here, was for me to relive some of that childhood nostalgia, and I think just being able to do it on stream has honestly just gotten me to meet people like you guys that have fond memories of Super Nintendo games or specific, games in like Illusion of Gaia, for example. But I've been having a really fun time playing through these, so... I have no idea how we didn't take any damage from that jumpy snake, though. He landed right on top of us. Okay, we definitely took damage from those fireballs. That's okay, though. Alright. We've dispatched all of the enemies in the Sky Garden. We'll see what's going on in here. I don't know if there's anything that we need in here. Yeah, we're not really interested in turning back into Will right now, assuming we can get back to the beginning. Hey, Vivi. Yeah, this game is fantastic. I'm glad you found me this afternoon. If you like what you see, we'll be playing through this off and on each week. Made some pretty good progress last time we played through it. I'm just gonna take the damage there. Bunch of nonsense coming from that fire bar. That one will dodge though. Just have to remember how to get out of here now in this maze. But yeah, I mean, I have stacks of games sitting next to me, thinking about doing, oh, I can't go back this way, doing like a Disney block and playing through some Disney childhood SNES games. He does have magnificent hair. I guess that's what being the Dark Knight Freedan gets you, right? Magnificent hair. He probably doesn't have a lot of upkeep associated with it. He kind of just sits like in an ethereal realm and waits to be summoned by somebody. Okay, this is not going to get me out either, is it? We're not lost, we're just figuring out our way around. Let's go this way. Nope, that's another dead end. Yeah, that's kind of exactly it, right? We don't need to jump this way. This is the dead end again. Yeah, he's got plenty of time on his hand to wash that hair and get it all silky smooth. Debatable if he has better hair or if like Zero from Mega Man X has better hair. And you could probably argue that Zero being a robot, that hair is not real, but also like Freedan's like a Dark Knight from another dimension, right? So is his hair even real? We're all about the philosophical questions on this stream. Is the Dark Knight Freedan's hair real? Yes or no? Ah, there you go. Just an illusion. I like it. And take another sip of tea here, fighting off that sore throat we got coming in. 'Tis the season for sore throats with the weather we've been having. Super appreciate the follow. Thank you, Vivi. All right. The old NES, also awesome. I think we're entering a boss fight, actually. So we're going to see what's going on here. We have quite a pile of herbs if we need it. If I remember right, the bosses in this game are very spammy, so we'll see here. Okay. Okay, that's some pretty good damage. He just kind of sat there. Nope. You have defeated the huge demon. Look, a mystic statue. Alright, take it back. I don't know what that boss was doing. He wasn't really doing anything. he just kind of sat around and let me smack him for a bit. It's just falling out of the sky. A strange noise fills the air around you. From out of nowhere, you hear Neil's voice. Will, you're falling to the ground. Grab the airplane and we'll fly out of here. Do you remember Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Do it like he did. Okay, how do I actually... Oh, probably here. Yeah, I mean, you know, I also miss Super Nintendo games. And oh no, shoot, I dropped a contact. Neil wears contacts? They have contacts in this world? What? You what? Idiot. Will is doomed for sure now. Neil, it's still a little ways to the ground. Try again. Okay, I'll get him this time. It's like the idea of Will flying and splatting on the ground. Dang, look at that. That's a badass moment, you guys. Will is so cool. Flying on this airplane. I agree with Scott. You know, there's definitely some new stuff that really tries to go for a Super Nintendo vibe. I find like the indie scene on Steam has a lot of, you know, reimagining of classic games on the Super Nintendo. That was a close one. Oh, everybody's sad. Don't cry, Will's been saved. Neil, you were great. This invention saved Will's life. Haha, don't flatter me. We should try and locate the next ruins. I expect the shape of Cygnus is the same as the shape of Mu. Well, to the ocean. Mu lies somewhere in this ocean. We're just going straight into the ocean, I guess. Look at this, mode 7. This is probably great for this stream, I'm sure. It's super pixelated. Good stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our plane's going down. All of our parachutes. Remember, these kids are like just a bunch of kids. We got out of the airplane in the nick of time. Neil's a good inventor, but it seems there's always something missing in his inventions. I guess nobody's perfect, including Neil. It's gonna need like a womp womp noise coming from the game.